core advantage that podcasts have for many of my clients, especially injury clients, is the ability to create a connection with a client before they walk in the door, before they pick up the phone. It allows them to get to know the lawyer a little bit, where we're developing that little bit of know, like, and trust, getting over that friction point that clients have. They have that hesitancy. And we're also demonstrating to them in the same time that we are the expert, that we know what we're talking about, because we're creating content that speaks directly to what they want to know, and we know what they want to know. I'm Robert Ingalls, founder and chief podcast strategist with LawPods, podcast marketing for lawyers. My journey into podcasting started really with 6 words, and those were, I want to have a baby. And I had been married for just a handful of months, and I'd like to tell you I handled that with poise. But I had a proper freak out, really, mostly unbeknownst to her. But it sent me reeling because I was in a litigation career and I was overwhelmed, barely hanging on. Didn't know what to do, didn't see a way out. And then the thought that someone's gonna live here next year and I'm gonna be their primary mentor, breadwinner, which I wasn't doing well at the time, and it was too much. Once I collected myself a little, I sat down and I made a list of things I had to get together. And at the top of that list was money. I read a book about money. That book said, we have a podcast. I'd never listened to a podcast. I took out my phone, I pressed play, and it sent me down this rabbit hole. Everything was there. The medium was incredible. It spoke to me. Within 30 days, I owned $1,000 worth of gear, and I'm set up in my spare bedroom, and I've got the mixer and the mic and I'm the recorder, and I'm intoxicated with it. That journey from client 1 to where I am now is mind-blowing. I work with some of the biggest firms in the world that would have thrown my resume away if I would have tried to work for them as an associate. And I get to work with them, I get to do something I love. I didn't know that that was a thing you could do. So lawyers need that exposure. They need notoriety, they need to connect with prospects. And a lot of them struggle to do it. And one of the reasons is they're busy. They don't have all this extra time to do all of these extra things. So we help our clients establish credibility by thinking about the strategy. Who's it for? What are we going to talk about? How does this turn into money at the end of the day? And so for a lot of lawyers, they're looking to connect with prospects. So then we look at, what do they want to know? Make a list. We know what they want to know because every consult, they ask you those questions. You look at your SEO report. We know what people are searching for when they land on your site, when they land on competitor sites. Every one of those is an episode. And they've now listened to you, they understand who you are, and they heard your voice. That's so powerful. Coming from a litigation career, I understand that the most valuable thing they have is their time. Everyone podcasts from their desk. They sit down, 20, 30 minutes, they have a conversation, they hang up, they never have to think about it again. And then it just turns into all the things they need, the social media clips, the videos, the podcast, the web content. You just go, you find an hour that works for you, boom, any time of day. And you can schedule it. You have that flexibility. You don't have to bring a team to your office. You don't need a bunch of people there. The logistics are easy. People are looking at your social feeds to vet you. What are you up to? Are you doing anything? Are you a real firm? Real firms are active on social. And if you're a real firm, you're out there and they go and they look at your feed and you've got 10 posts this week and they're answering questions that prospect has in that moment. And they have branding, they have captions. So they're easy to consume, they're short, and then they point back to the original content, which is your website. That's where we want them. We want them to go there, see how nice that is, pick up the phone. And so that social media machine really drives that process.